want to thank my family for making me here as well. Getting to read here on this panel with Jay Bruce, a peer of mine at McNeese. From the Delta, and I feel lucky about that. So hopefully I'm going to try to explore the tension of maybe the agrarian society that exists, as well as the growing urban environment that I was used to growing up, skateboarding, coloring my hair, smoking dope behind Walmart, while there is cotton fields all around me. So that's kind of my angle, I guess. So there. This first one's called End of Days. End of days. 17, reckless. A crusader pillaging his own holy land. I heave beer bottles, rip lawns, and cleave mailboxes into disintegration. Blessed be the single stoplight streets and the lack of laws enforced. This town, however, is a riverbird, and I am the carcass of a washed-up catfish crawling with maggots and horseflies all over. One more year and then I'm gone. I will leave the smell of the river, the butter and bacon simmering in blackened skillets. I will leave the bayous, blood-sucking pawn shops and casinos. I will leave my friends become what they will. John Duncan, a lawyer, Bert, a banker, and Brandon will end up a doctor. But I have one more year to spend Friday nights watching hometown heroes host their gladiatorial games as I sit numb amongst the roar, dreaming of dance team debutantes, the sinless daughters of God, already woman enough to pee outside and drink Jaeger warm. One more year of camouflage patterns and wrongs of passage, roadside strewn with gutted abdomens of deer and doves and dark mornings that bide when nothing is or should be alive. I will leave the black mud that swishes between my toes as this river's currents and tides create a charred-souled demon that continually searches for a father deemed almighty. And then I will leave the land of cotton as clouds lounge on the bloodstained ground and wait for the wind to again whisper Dixie. It's funny, driving here, I said in this, I will leave the land of cotton. Driving here, I realized the cotton's left us. There's no more cotton here anymore. Bouncing back to the environment, this next poem is called Dawn Bird Hunt. Is everybody familiar when you go bird hunting? Everybody yells out times where you're looking around, try to find out where you're shooting, and it just makes me more lost. So. But dawn, bird hunt. As the sun begins to rise over the broken tree line, the fields yellow like nicotine-stained fingers. Fog slowly falls, and I cannot see, Father. Only hear they come in low. Hold your gun steady. Last week I would have made Buffalo Bill proud, cracking clay pigeons with a snap. But as the first shots ring out, I am blinded by the mist. 3 o'clock, a voice shouts, I spin. 12 o'clock, another yells, turn. Raising my gun to my shoulder, I fire blindly into the double-red sun. Voices gallop around me and the smell of sulfur charges into my nostrils. When I can finally see next to me, my father brushes feathers from his shirt. 9 o'clock, blood on his hands, he lifts his gun. This next one, when I was in the military, I had to drive a lot in the middle of the night to come back to the Delta. So this one's kind of the fractured reality of driving off through the night. The moon yellows like a dying fingernail. It's 3:47 a.m. My eyes play connect the dots with flashing street lights and overpass reflectors, while passing taillights burn and bloody the snow. In my passenger seat, misfolded maps expand like accordions. Power poles line the road like crucifixes leading out of Rome. I miss Tulsa's burnt skyline, casting sleeping silhouettes against the rolling burial mounds. But it is November, and everything is dead. Exits litter the highway like a gum line with broken teeth, and the moon claws at my eyes, and my spectre breath rises, but I drive on, carving the fresh tracks. But while my hands shake, I grip the wheel and drive straight through the night. Approaching stars blink and change into call towers. The sound of the pedal steel cuts radio's white noise and leads me past the next sleeping town. Has anybody been to Greenville? The Delta, we're famous for our blues bars, so So this is kind of my ode to one of the blues bars. We can stay up after 12. So here they close 12. We serve beer cold. Cold beer, cold beer. That's all you hear people say. Okay, this one is Last Call at Walnut Street Blues Bar. A half hour left and the door girl still tries to take money. The bar is full of heated bodies. Tuna cans overflow with butts and bottle tops. Through the smoke, lonely guys double fist beers, spin, and roam the dance floor searching for their last call queens. Overhead, bras and dollar bills hang tacked to the low hanging ceiling. Trophies of wild nights and even wilder women. A group of big mamas, all drenched in sweat, shake and sway the hoochie coo as the singer falls to his knees and howls, "My baby don't love me no more, my baby don't love me." In a mosquito halo of neon, believers spill into the street, bellies full of drink. Feet stumble, fingers grope, and exhausted tongues taste what is left of the night on strangers' lips. This next one is going back to kind of the rural environment, called The Fall. At the breakfast table, Mom complained about possums eating her tomatoes. Brother's face, cradled in one hand, smashed at her breast. I'd never seen a possum, never heard its hiss. One night, after the neighbor's dog started, I snuck Dad's old rifle out my window. 2 yellow eyes ran up the fence line, but one crack took it down. Mom pulled the trash can from around the side, and she held a flashlight on the blind, hairless children edging their way from the dead possum's pouch. And although they squirmed and gyrated on the shovel's cold blade, they made no noise during their last moments of weightlessness.